I've had the Framework 13 for about 7 months now, and I think it's about time I post an update, answer some questions and give my honest opinion on the Framework 13. Do I still like it? Would I recommend it? First of all, the size. I see many questions on forums about is the 13 big enough? As someone who wears glasses and has come from a 19-inch laptop, I feel the Framework 13 is perfect for me and fits nicely into a small backpack. The 3:2 aspect ratio is good for everything. Web browsing, video editing, watching films, you name it, it's great. Now, there are some websites I've had to scale down slightly as this is a 2K or 2.5K screen and some text is just a little bit too big, but that could just be because of my Windows scaling settings. Portability. Yeah, the Framework is a portable laptop. It's super light, it's really small, and it hasn't broken in a bag packed full of camera gear, which I am most surprised about. One of my main reasons for buying the Framework is because it's small enough to fit into my existing camera bags and backpacks. Build quality, it's rigid. I'm the type of person that throws a laptop about, and the Framework has held up to the abuse of travelling for work. The experience. I really love using the Framework. It feels super premium and the unboxing was really pleasant. In fact, I would buy a new laptop just for the unboxing experience again. The best part about the Framework does things that Apple doesn't allow you to do. Being able to upgrade your own laptop when it's outdated, or buying a genuine replacement battery in 10+ years time directly from Framework, and not having a soldered RAM or SSD. I mean, good luck upgrading your MacBook. Battery life, I feel, isn't all there. Over the 7 months I've had the Framework, I feel it doesn't last as long as it did new, but that could just be me. And realistically, packing a good long-lasting battery into a laptop this thin with a processor this powerful is kind of challenging unless you're Apple. If you're just typing in it or browsing the web or doing some homework, watching videos, it lasts a decent amount of time. But I've been doing a lot of editing on the laptop, so yeah. I missed this section of the script. Screen. I love the matte screen. I can't stand reflective screen, and the one this laptop comes with is really nice. It's sharp, clear, and it goes super bright. It just doesn't go dark enough at night. Productivity and performance. Okay, so I bought this laptop with the goal of editing on the go, away from my desk and away from home, and the Framework delivers. I've done a fair amount of photo and video editing on this, and it's definitely powerful enough for me. Bear in mind I've got the more powerful processor in this, the Ryzen 7 and 32 gigs of RAM I think, and it handles 4K editing really well. It's capable of having hundreds of images open in Photoshop at once, along with Premiere Pro open at the same time. The only performance drawback I've had with this machine is in Blender. It doesn't handle Blender well at all. The GPU isn't really supported, and I don't think the CPU is cut out for the task either. But come on, will you really be rendering high quality cycles, VFX scenes on this? I don't think so. That job is left up to my desktop. I only really installed Blender to do some light modelling on the go and some keying here and there. I've also had some issues when recording in OBS. You get this weird purple flickering thing, but I should say I'm running Windows 10 on this, which isn't officially supported on the AMD models. It might not be supported on the Intel either, I don't know. I've not seen anyone having this same issue on Windows 11 or Linux. I did a Cine benchmark on this, and this was the score. It got super loud during the test, which I don't really care about. You might though. The keyboard. I really love using it. I find it hard sometimes to decide whether I want to type on the framework or on my mechanical keyboard at my desktop. It's clicky, it's smooth, and it feels really nice to type on. It also has a nice sound. Magnet. The magnets on the screen are great, but I'm not talking about those magnets. It is a fingerprint magnet to dust, dirt, cat hairs, you name it. It mildly frustrates me, but I'm constantly having to wipe the keyboard screen back cover to remove dirt and debris and smudges. I doubt that's just a framework thing. It happened on my old laptop, but I just wanted to point it out. Battery drain. As someone mentioned in the comments of my last video, this could just be a Windows thing, something's just fallen on the floor. But I've now configured Windows to hibernate when the lid is closed, saving me from having to shut it down each time. Hibernate saves all open work and shuts Windows down, so when you open the lid again, you're where you left off. Touchpad. The touchpad is hit or miss. It's a decent size, it's got a nice feel to it, but it just doesn't always click when you want it to click. More so when right clicking. There's been many times where I've wanted to right click and it's left clicked instead. You really have to click on the bottom row and in the far right for it to right click. Gestures, they work sometimes. I hardly ever use Windows gestures unless Framework thinks I've used Windows gestures when I didn't. When in Photoshop or Premiere, I found the touchpad to actually perform the gestures I want it to do, but it just gets really annoying in Word. When I'm scrolling, the touchpad will think I'm gesturing for the app switcher when I didn't. So, do I still like the framework? Yes. I just hate Windows and can't really switch because of how much of a pain it is to get Adobe to work in Linux. Why I chose the framework? Okay, I'm lazy and when I was in need of a new laptop I didn't want to search around for one. But when Framework popped up in my feed, it ticked all the boxes I wanted in a new laptop, plus many more. I never thought things was even possible in a laptop, like the expansion cards and just how it was designed to be upgraded by the user. Their support is great and the community is strong, and there is a lot of potential in this company. Alright, is the framework for you? If you're an Apple user and hate the fact that you can upgrade your storage, RAM, replace your own screen and battery, and are sick of the price Apple charges you for them to do it for you, then the framework is absolutely for you. Are you going to get the performance and battery out of your M1 Mac? No, but everything has a trade-off and there is potential for Framework to put a processor in this similar to the M2. And the best part about it when that happens is you don't have to buy a new laptop for that upgrade. You can just swap out your main board. Listen, if you're the type of person that breaks their laptop often and want to be able to replace your own screen at a reasonable cost, then the Framework is also for you. Also, if you like the look of the MacBook, then Framework has you covered. I've had a few people think that the Framework is a MacBook at first glance. Just slap an Apple sticker on the back and you're still kind of an Apple user. I must say, the white MacBook charger definitely goes well with the Framework. I'm kinda glad I didn't buy the Framework charger, as I hate them little bricks in the middle. To avoid using it on beds, pillows, blankets, or anything other than a desk or lap. If you do, it will get really hot and really loud. I use this thing on my bed every now and then, and the palm rest gets quite warm after a long period of time. It gets kind of uncomfortable. But if this is you, just lift it up for a few seconds and it will cool itself back down. Once again, this video is not sponsored. I just stand by this product because I like it and I think it's amazing. Thank you for watching and I might see you in the next video.